Hey everybody, NacroVMX here, and somebody asked me if I would do like a video on like music and such, like metal and the kind of stuff that I'm into. And I guess people think of me as like a metalhead because I talk about it a lot. I do make references to heavy metal bands. And of course, in most, if not all, of my cam videos, you can see that giant Metallica banner, the Master of Puppets thing in the background. But I wanted to show you all the music that I'm into. And, sorry, somebody IM'd me something funny. And I'm actually into a wide variety of music, so I just wanted to show you like the bands that I have in my my music folder. I don't have time to go in and show you like the individual albums that I have, but I'll just show you what I have. Here's Three. Three is a band that I got into actually because I saw them live, and they were fucking amazing. They blew my balls off. So I immediately went out and got all their CDs, and now I'm a fan of them. 3 Inches of Blood are like this crazy sort of metal band that they're kind of similar to Overkill. I guess you'd call them thrash metal, although they have elements of other genres like power metal. So get that out of there. So they're pretty cool. 8-Bit Mayhem is this crazy. Let's see, when I hover over them, you can see how big each one is. You can get a glimpse of how much I have. 8-Bit Mayhem is this crazy idea where they covered black metal songs, like songs by like Dark Throne and Burzum and Mayhem, and they covered them as like NES songs. It's pretty cool. Accept is an 80s metal band. I only have the one album, Balls to the Wall, which I think every metalhead should own. AC/DC, I'm not like a huge fan of them, but I do appreciate what they do, and I have a couple of CDs by them. They're really cool. Acrid Semblance, they're one of the many like extreme metal bands I have like 1 or 2 CDs by. Like, and when I say extreme metal, I'm talking about like not really thrash metal. I'm talking about like death metal and black metal and sometimes grindcore. So when I say extreme metal, that's what I mean, like the really heavy stuff. Same thing with Aeon. Aerosmith, I used to be really into them as a kid, and I have a bunch of their albums, but you know, I'm not really into them that much anymore. Every once in a while I'll listen to them, but they haven't like released anything, so other than compilations. Agalloch is a band a friend of mine got me into. They're kind of, I would say, they're kind of black metal, but they're also kind of avant-garde, which is cool. Gothodamon is a great death metal band. Ailstorm is this crazy power metal band that they sing about like pirates and shit. So they have albums with names like Captain Morgan's Revenge and such. Alex Lifeson, he's the guitarist from Rush. He released a solo album. Alice Cooper, of course, classic. Alice in Chains, I've been into them since I was a kid, so that's pretty cool. Amazing Journey, they're actually a Who cover band, so it's a live stuff of them covering the Who. Ambient is this ambient metal stuff from Arjen Lucassen, who's one of my favorite recording artists. Amon Amarth, they're pretty good. They're a death metal band. There's Amorphous. They've done everything. They've done progressive, they've done death metal, they've done crazy gothic rock. They're nuts. An Open Book is actually my friend Andre Salmier, his project. Anal Nathrock, which for some reason that's an album. I should rename that. But Anal Nathrock's a really cool band. Anata, Ancient, Angel Dust, just some metal bands in here. Annotations on an Autopsy. Anthrax, they're absolutely classic. Can't go wrong with Anthrax, so they haven't released anything in a while. Apocalyptica is this crazy thing where it started out as these 4 guys on like cellos covering Metallica songs, but since then they've done a lot more. Arch Enemy is this crazy death metal band that has a female singer, so that's pretty cool. So Architects, Arcturus, these are just some random bands. Arc, Armed for Apocalypse, Arsis, Ash and Spencer. Asia was this band that I always kind of derided. I only have the one album, Phoenix, but I always thought Asia was really lame until I heard Phoenix, and then I realized that I was being lame myself, and that I was wrong and stupid. So I have to get more of their albums. Let's see, just some more random stuff. Is Megan, Ass Jack. Somebody recommended that to me. I don't think I've listened to it yet. Astra, they're a cover band. They do Dream Theater songs. Audio Slave, I was into them when they first came out, but I'm kind of glad they're done with. Avantasia, Avenged Sevenfold, I'm a big fan of them. Looking forward to their new album. Axamenta, let's see, Arion is one of my absolute favorites. Arjen Lucassen, that's him again. He did Ambion and Arion, and a bunch of other stuff. Beatallica is this crazy thing where they cover Beatles songs, but they're impersonating Metallica. It's kind of unbelievable. Behemoth, Benighted, Between the Buried and Me. They're another band I got into because I saw them live. Actually, the same show that I saw 3 at. Bill Cosby, it's not music, but I am into Bill Cosby. I think he's hilarious. Billy Idol, Billy Joel. Some of this stuff is like classic rock stuff. Black Sabbath, of course, they're classic. I have all their albums. Blind Guardian is a great power metal band from Germany. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I'm into jazz as well, so you'll see some jazz stuff in here. Bloodbath, one of my favorite death metal albums. Blue Cheer is classic heavy metal from the 60s and 70s. Blues Traveler, I don't really like them, but I got the CD4 as a gift, and it's been there ever since. Blut Ass Nord, which I like to mispronounce it as Blunt Ass Nord, which I think is funny. They're pretty good. Bob Seger, that's classic. Everybody should have at least the Greatest Hits CD. Bon Jovi, they're really good. Some people think they're wussy, but I think those people fucking suck, so there you have it. Bruce Dickinson, he's the singer from Iron Maiden. He had some solo albums. Bruce Springsteen, I only have his new one, but I really like it, so there you have it. Busium sounds like something that would leak out of your ass, but the band sounds better than that. Bush are a band I was into when I was a kid, but I'm not really into them now. Callisto is a great, kind of avant-garde post-metal, so they're really amazing. Candlebox, that's another band I was into as a kid, and I'm actually still into them because they're really good. Celtic Frost, they're absolutely amazing. Avant-garde metal. Charlie Dominici, he was the original singer in Dream Theater, and he released a solo album, and then he released 2 more, but under the name Dominici because he had a band. This is just him. It's literally just him singing with his guitar and harmonica. I actually have the CD autographed by him, which is really cool. Charon, Children of Bottom, I'm actually not into them at all, but I have their album Skeletons in the Closet because it's cover songs, and I'm a sucker for cover songs. Chris Cornell, I'm a sucker for his voice, even though I think the music on his solo albums is awful. I much preferred him in Soundgarden. Chroma Key, this is another thing. I'm a sucker for anything to do with Dream Theater, and I have to own everything with Dream Theater. And Chroma Key is Kevin Moore, the original keyboardist from Dream Theater, doing his own thing. I think the music really sucks, but I do have it. Collective Soul is a band I was into as a kid. I've tried to get into them now, but I really can't. Communic is this crazy band. They kind of sound similar to Nevermore, although they're trying to do their own sound. They're really cool. Control Denied is the band that Chuck Schuldiner started after he left Death. Unfortunately, he only released 1 album with Control Denied because then he died of brain cancer, which is really sad. Counting Crows, I got their first CD when I was a kid, and I still listen to it every now and then because it is really good, but other than that, I don't get any of the other albums because they're not as good. Covenant, just some random stuff. Here's Cream. Everybody should have Disraeli Gears, which is their first album, I think. Cryptopsy is one of those bands that the first time I heard them, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? But now I really like them. They're kind of almost like grindcore, but not really. They're kind of progressive grindcore. It's kind of weird. Some random stuff. Crystal Moors, Cult of Luna. A friend gave me that CD. Cygnus and the Sea Monsters is a Rush tribute band. Cynic, Dalrida, they used to be called Echo of Dalrida. Danzig I don't like anymore, but I still have the 1 CD. Dark Tranquility, Dark Throne is a black metal band. David Bowie, it's classic. Everybody should have at least 1 CD by David Bowie. David Coverdale, he was the singer in Whitesnake. I have a couple of his solo albums. David Darling, he's a cello player. Like I said, I'm in all sorts of music. David Gilmour, he was the singer and guitarist in Pink Floyd. Death, one of the best death metal. Actually, they are the best death metal band ever. So if you ever want to try death metal, that's where you start. Death. Deep Purple, I'm a big fan of them. I wish they would release a new fucking album already. Def Leppard, Decapitator, Demons and Wizards, Derek Sherinian. He was one of the keyboardists in Dream Theater, and I have his solo albums. It's not like Chroma Key though. He's actually good. Destruction, Death Clock. I've never actually seen the show that Death Clock are from, but I have both albums. I think the first one kind of sucks, but the second one's really good. Devin Townsend, he's this crazy guy from Canada that he releases all sorts of music from ambient to metal to rock, and everything he does is amazing. Diapocalyptian Reader. I have a lot of foreign bands that most of you probably haven't heard of. Dio is classic. I have all his albums. He's great.